There's a lot of choices out there for things you could do to help you get fitter and improve your health. So why CrossFit? Well, first let's talk about what makes CrossFit CrossFit. The things we do in a CrossFit gym are functional. So what does that mean? It means we're practicing natural movement patterns, things that will happen to us in real life. So we squat in our gym because we always want to be able to get up off the couch under our own power. We press things over our head because I always want you to be able to press things over your head, put things up on a shelf. We'll do things like lift things off the ground because I always want you to be able to lift groceries off the ground, pick things up off the ground under your own power. The things we do are essential. So it means these are things that are required of us to be able to do to maintain independent living for as long as possible. We squat, we lift, we press, we run, we jump, because these are all things that I want to be able to do for as long as possible. Finally, functional movements generate high power. They allow us to use our body to its maximum ability and develop tremendous strength and body control. The second thing that makes CrossFit CrossFit is intensity. There's a pretty good chance that if you've ever heard anything about CrossFit, somewhere along the way somebody has used the word intense. And it's true, intensity is the thing that makes this all go. It's the secret sauce, it's the thing that gets us the good stuff. If you want to increase your muscle mass, decrease your body fat, increase your bone density, get your cholesterol down, all of that stuff, if you want to look better, feel better, if you want to be more confident, if you want to work better, sleep better, all you have to do is do more work faster. But as important as intensity is, it's even more important to understand how to appropriately apply it to each individual. Each individual's relative intensity should be appropriate for their own physical and psychological tolerances. So your intensity might be different than my intensity, but as long as we're both working at the edges of our capacity, we'll both see the same benefits from the CrossFit program. When we're deciding how to apply intensity to individual athletes, it's extremely important that we always go back to that CrossFit charter. Mechanics first, then consistency, and only then increased intensity. So we always want to prioritize excellence of movement quality and then sustained excellence of movement quality over multiple reps before we ever add intensity. Remember, more isn't better. Better is better. We have to remember that fitness is a long-term endeavor. We want to be fit for life. It doesn't do you any good to be really fit for 6 months if all that happens is you get burned out or get injured. It's very important that we remember to balance safety, efficacy, and efficiency so that we end up with a program that allows us to be sustainably fit for the rest of our lives. Finally, the third thing that makes CrossFit CrossFit is variance. The goal of CrossFit is to create a broad, general, and inclusive fitness that will build a wide range of physical capacities that will allow you to be prepared for anything the real world might throw at you. It's not enough to develop one capacity at the expense of all others. It doesn't do you any good to be the best long-distance runner if you can't lift a decent amount of weight off the ground. It doesn't do you any good to be the strongest person in the world if you can't run across the street without losing your breath. We want to specialize in not specializing. We want you to be ready for anything and everything, the unknown and the unknowable. Imagine a hopper filled with an infinite number of physical tasks. I want you to be ready for anything we might pull out. Long workouts, short workouts, barbells, dumbbells, wall balls, kettlebells, running, rowing, jumping, throwing, you name it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna prepare you for real life. So now the question is, who is CrossFit for? CrossFit is for everyone. CrossFit is infinitely scalable. So what we mean is we can adapt the CrossFit stimulus, the CrossFit program to anybody of any walk of life. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. It doesn't matter your current level of fitness. It doesn't matter you've had injuries in the past. None of that matters. We can make CrossFit work for you and help you see the results. The reality is that the needs of our parents, the needs of our grandparents, and an Olympic athlete differ by degree, not kind. So we all need the same general physical capacity to help us through life. We just need it at different levels relative to each of us individually. One thing we all have in common is we're all getting older. And with age comes some inevitable changes in our mental and physical capacities. The good news is we have a tool at our disposal to fight those things off for as long as possible. CrossFit. So we have a choice every day. We all have the choice every day to get up and prepare ourselves for what's to come, to prepare ourselves to live as functionally as possible, or we can decide to use that day to let our guard down against the effects of decrepitude, of age, and of chronic disease. You know what the right choice is. Get up today, go down to your CrossFit gym, find a gym that works for you, and start doing the work to prepare yourself to live the way you were meant to live for as long as possible.